Alright, I'm going to show you how to make a plan for your code challenge, your password validator that you're going to be making. Now there's two ways to approach planning, and you can do whichever one you think might work best for you. The first one is to take the requirements of the program and put them as comments in your Python file as to where you think those parts of the code are going to go. So the first thing it says is the program must prompt for user to input a password. So let's just make a comment that says user input password. And then the next thing is check the password's validity. So check password valid. And then it says reprompt while the password is invalid. Look, the while is underlined, meaning we should use a while loop. So our loop should probably start before our input and stuff so that we can keep asking for input. So while password bad, then we're going to do this stuff. And I'm indenting it so just to remind me that that belongs in the while loop. Okay? Now, how do I know password is bad? Maybe I could just have a boolean keep track of that, or say bad equals true. And then I could say while bad, then user input password. And then when I check if the password is valid, if so, set bad equal to false, and that will cause my loop to stop. Else, then we're gonna be printing out error messages for each rule that the password doesn't pass. So that would be print out error message. Now your password needs to pass. Okay, we'll go right here. When the password is valid, you're going to print a success message and terminate. So once bad equals false, then my loop is going to stop. So I'll be down here now. So I could say print success. And then the program will just stop because it ran out of code to run. And then these validation checks are what you would include in here. Okay, so that's how you would plan out your program with comments, and then you just add the actual lines of code underneath your comments. So it helps you plan the order of things. The other way to plan out code is by using a flowchart. So you can create flowcharts directly in REPL. So in REPL, you can create a draw file. And so I've made one. It's called plan.draw. Draw is just the file extension. You can call it whatever you want. And then there are flowchart tools in here. So you can get the diamond for a decision, and the square for a process step, stuff like that. So I could say user input is my first thing, and then I'm going to draw a line, or an arrow that is, from the user input to the decision. And then it's like password valid if excuse me, if not, then we're going to go back to the user input spot, and if so, then our loop will be done and print success. So this is obviously a simplified version, and you don't have to do it here in REPL. I just am because I'm recording this. You could do it on paper. You could even just write out the steps and draw arrows that way. You don't have to use the boxes. Just some way that you can think through the program before you code it. That will save you some time, and it'll help you understand how to solve the problem better.